Hey there friends, Nibs again. I wanted to get out of the garage and do a little bit of goofing around tonight, and one of the things I wanted to do a couple videos on was guy over at Hobo Hobbies. I can really relate to his channel's name. Also like the Flat Broke Air Gunner, I can relate to that too. But Hobo Hobbies, I believe his name's Mike. I'm kind of new to subscribe to his channel, but he had proposed a new challenge of doing, showing off some of our things, and what he proposed was doing was 5 knives in 5 days. And I'm not a huge knife collector, but I've got a few pretty cool ones, and what I think are cool ones. Nothing real flashy like Damascus and stag handles and all that sort of thing, but I have some ones that are kind of special to me, and I wanted to show them off, and we'll do a couple of videos here, and hopefully I'll be able to get 5 days out of them. I don't have a huge collection like I said, but I think I can present something cool every day for 5 days. So let's go ahead and get started here. I am going to switch over to a camera that I have that's facing down at the bench here. Actually, let me get that started before we get started. So I'll move you over to that camera, and you'll still hear my voice from this microphone. But the first one I want to do for you guys for day one is one it's not very flashy, but it is pretty cool, and I've had this knife for a long time. So what we have here, and you'll notice a very big theme in my collection. Almost all of them are made by a company called Camillus. And the Camillus Knife Company used to be in Camillus, New York, which is only just a very short distance from my house here. Well, it used to be just a very short distance from my house here. The place where the factory stood for over 100 years is actually just a parking lot now. So, but which is a real shame. The Camillus Knife Company is still in business, but almost everything they sell now is made in China, which is a shame. But this particular one, I got this knife as part of a toolkit that we were given on board our ship with the stand by 1 second. Couldn't remember the name of the tool company, but it came in this Exolite. So this is actually, so my toolbox is long gone. It was one of those brown kind of plastic coated wooden nice toolboxes, electrician toolbox, electronics toolbox, had everything you needed to work on electronics in it. And I have most of the tools still. The toolbox is long gone, but this knife actually came in that toolbox. And I think it's one of the very few pieces in the toolbox that wasn't actually made by Exolite. This one was made by Camillus, and it is an electrician's knife. Like I said, nothing flashy, and it's got some patina to it. It is razor sharp though. That's one thing that I really love about this. I don't know, I have a real reputation with folks at my work and other people that I know of being able to sharpen a knife razor sharp, but this one here is just unbelievable, and it holds an edge too. I used to carry this for a long time. I started carrying more of a belt type knife, and got away from having a pocket knife. But this one here, so it's got the cutting blade, and then you open this other one. It's kind of funny, this one is the one that's a lockback, I guess because you're putting torque on it, but this is a screwdriver for working with electrician, and it only has a flat blade tip on it, but so it has the brass lock there, and you close it up. So it has a little ring. You could put that on a clip on your belt if you wanted to. It actually has the writing on here from inscribed with my toolbox number was CSE 1-1, Communications Systems Electronics, and my toolbox was 1-1, so it was the very first one. Don't worry, I didn't steal the toolbox. When we left our ship, our division officer said that as long as we maintained our toolboxes to a full complement of tools, that we could take that toolbox when we transferred off the ship. And my toolbox was complete when we left. If there was any tools missing out of it, we actually had to reimburse the and buy the tools and put them back in the toolbox, and we didn't get to take our toolbox with us. So it was a real good incentive. And I had the toolbox for a really long time, but it just got so tattered and busted up over the years of being carried around in the back of different vehicles and everything. But so this one, I've had this one since probably 1986 or 1987. So quite a long time. 35 years, at least 35 years I've had this, and it's still, the blade, it's got a little bit of tarnish on it like I showed you, but that whatever that metal is that's made out of sharpens so easily and holds an edge like you wouldn't believe, and go to cut, like cutting a piece of wire, insulation off a wire, and push your thumb just a little bit too much like that and it'll cut right into your skin without even trying. So just an amazing knife. A lot of nostalgia for me. Takes me back to the days when I was on board my ship, bobbing around out in the sea, taking care of all the electronics that I took care of for the Navy. So anyway, I'll bring you back to the main camera and we'll wrap this one up. Alrighty, so there's my first installment for 5 knives in 5 days. Kind of a nostalgic one. I have a few others that have some nostalgic value for me as well, and we'll talk about those on those days. But there you go, there's my Camillus electrician's knife. I don't know, they might have a different model, actual model number for it, but I have said I have this one for probably 35 years. And hopefully I never lose it. Seems like the more I pay for a knife, it's inversely proportional to the amount of time that I actually end up owning them. So I had bought a really nice Buck 110 back in my Navy days as well. I really like the Buck 110, but this Buck 110 had the running deer gold inlay in the scales, and I literally bought it from the Navy Exchange in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Took my belt and put it on my belt, went from the exchange over to the bowling alley, and either somebody stole it out of the sheath or it fell out and I couldn't find it. So I literally owned that knife for less than 30 minutes, I'm guessing. So, but anyway, there's my first installment for 5 knives in 5 days. Stay tuned for day 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've got a few other cool ones that I'm going to show you guys, and we'll see you later. Have a great day.